Two, one. Okay, so just gonna set this up right off the bat. Okay, it's working. That's working. Everything's working. Just so you guys know, this is a really old set versus skeleton. It's probably on the channel already, but there is going to be some pictures in this video. So don't. You might need to come back to this tab every now and then when I talk about it, but this is a video that's been a long time coming because I was supposed to make a video right after I came back from Climax. In fact, I was supposed to make a lot of videos over the last week or so that I was not able to do for both good and bad reasons, as in good reasons being reasons that are acceptable and bad reasons being I was lazy and I didn't do them. So let's do the monthly review. That this channel is This is like my only like consistent video at this point, like the month in review plus what I plan for doing for the rest of the month, right? So let's talk about that real quick, and let's talk first about the reason why this video was delayed. Originally I came back from Climax really early. I came back at like, I was home by like 10 a.m. on Monday. So that means I took a flight at like 6 or so I had to be at the airport at like 5:30, and it's really good that I did that because my flight got moved up somehow. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. I came 2 hours early regardless, but I was like, my flight actually came in early. And also I just missed the Atlanta ATL rush. For those of you who aren't aware, Climax of Night happens at Atlanta, and in order to fly into Atlanta, you have to enter the literally largest airport in the world. So you needed like a whole train to move between the stations at the airport. That's how big it is. For those of you who aren't aware, so I was literally able to go through security in like 10 minutes, and right after me, I saw like a huge swarm of people come in, and it took like 30-40 minutes for people to get through security at that point. So I got pretty lucky when it comes to when I came to the airport. Like literally 10 minutes later, I would have been stuck in the airport for like another 40-50 minutes. I might have missed my flight, which is, a good thing that didn't happen. So I came home really early, but it's kind of unfortunate because like on the very last day of Climax, I noticed that my throat was beginning to hurt a lot. In fact, there's a good chance that my voice in this video might be a little gravelly. I mean, I haven't been able to notice it myself, but my mom keeps saying my voice is a little gravelly, so there's a non-zero chance that my voice is actually kind of shot right now, so which is really amazing. So that's like the main reason why it's taken so long for this video to come out. On Tuesday, my voice was also shot, but on Sunday it was really bad. Like again, my flight was super early, so 6:40, so I had to be at the airport at 4:40. And the night of Climax, the final night of Climax, people were doing a lot of pretty much staying the whole night up, and they were playing a whole bunch of sets versus everybody. Like even the Japanese players who came to Climax as a part of that fundraiser were also doing the whole stay up all night playing Melty Blood thing. And I would have joined them if not for the fact that my throat was actually fucking killing me, and I had a runny nose, and I was like, bro, I'm sick and I need to be up at like 3:30 and I need to go to the airport by then. So I tried to sleep, but the sleep was literally so bad, bro. Man, I was actually waking up every like 15 minutes just to like sneeze. Like that's how bad my Sunday was. Like easily the worst Sunday of an event I've ever had to fucking do. Like or like on Frosties, I was in and out like really fast, but my flight was at like 2. But my flight was on Sunday at 2, so I was literally back like Sunday afternoon. But this time I was like, Climax is my main game. There's no fucking way I'm leaving early. I'm leaving Monday, most definitely. But I still wanted to be home a little early because I was getting a little homesick, and I was like, eh. No, I mean I knew I'd be homesick if I stayed very much longer, but I kind of wish I did. And next time I'll probably do like an evening flight home as opposed to a morning flight home. But like that's just learning. This time though I actually did catch day 0 of Climax, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit when we actually get to talking about Climax the event. I was just explaining, this part was literally just to explain yo Onlo, where the video at? And it's like oops, I'm dead. I'm literally dying for like the first 2 days of me being here at home. Like on Monday, I know we're like super duper uh off track already, but this video is going to be long anyway, so it's completely fine that it's like this. Like on Monday, I come home at like 9 and I see that my local Wonderfly Gaming is doing Melty Blood, and I was like, yo, is there do you have to pay to enter? If so, I need to be at Wonderfly to collect my check, right? And then I look at it and it's like, oh, $2 entry, bet I'll be there. Even if I'm fucking dying, I will be there and collect the check. And first things first, for those of you who have not swapped off this video yet, congratulations. This is the first time where we're using our technology of having multiple tabs to actually show you that nope, not this. I was actually at Wonderfly. You can see my winners match versus Smoothie was streamed. In fact, we're gonna play that for the background of me talking about Wonderfly real quick. So Wonderfly, the tournament was supposed to start at 8 p.m. and I was like, oh, okay. Although I'm dying, I'll just take this as an excuse to eat out and get my get food outside. And I was like, okay, I'll go to Wonderfly, I'll win, and then I'll go home and get food. Turns out Wonderfly kind of imploded that day because there was only one TO and they were running like 4 different games at once. I don't really envy them. They were doing a lot of shit, right? So because of that, the games ran super duper late. For like Chick-fil-A, what I was going to eat out that day because like, and I haven't eaten Chick-fil-A in a while because I didn't even eat it at the major because I ate Bobby's Burgers like every fucking day. So like, I'll just go to Chick-fil-A today. I was like, Chick-fil-A closes at 10. If I left after the bracket, I would have gotten to Chick-fil-A at like 10:40 or some shit. Like I came home at like 10:40. So no, it wouldn't have been 10:40. It would have been 10:30. Point is, the bracket went super duper late. Like it was like what, 20 entrants, which is a lot for a local, mind you, as well as you're one that's only one person TOing. So I was like, okay, I won all my matches, and then the TO was like, yo, Omla, it's gonna be like an hour before your next game. So I was like, can I get food? And it's like, it might not be that long. It might only be like 30 minutes. I was like, yo, yeah, there's a place I want to get food from 15 minutes from here. Can I quickly get food from there? Go there and come back. And they're like, okay. And luckily I was right in time to play this set versus Smoothie. I was in winners finals. This is winners finals, and I beat Smoothie 3-1 or 3-0. I can't remember. And then after this, Smoothie beats Clinzy for Grant in losers finals, and I play them again for winners finals, and I won that 3-1. I know that for sure. But I was like literally dying here. I'm sniffling and everything. I was like, I need the money. I'm here for the money, and I did that, right? So that's like, and because I did this, mind you, it was fucking cold in the venue, so it didn't help the fact that I had a sore throat and a slight sniffle that I was in this super cold venue playing for money. So like, ultimately, I probably shouldn't have been here. I probably should have been home asleep, because what happened is on Tuesday, I literally spent like 20 hours of sleep and 4 hours awake. And it was like, I woke up, I ate breakfast. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to take NyQuil. And then I take NyQuil. I'm like, man, I'm so tired. I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to play Digimon Strangers or whatever for like an hour. No, I'm going to sleep and play Digimon Strangers for the rest of the day. My supposed 4-hour nap became a 10-hour nap really quickly when you're that fucking tired and you're that sick. So that's why this video is so damn late. Okay, I'm just gonna use the set of my Wonderfly footage as we talk about what was the big event of the Melty year. Really, Climax of Night. Climax of Night happened the 26th to not the 26th. What? Let me double check in a fucking separate tab. Actually, can I pull up a calendar here? I'm gonna pull it off. Yeah, I'll pull up Google's calendar because I forgot the exact days. This is the 27th. The 26th was the last day, so it was the 24th to 26th of October. It's the Melty Blood event. If you play Lumina and you play current code and you're not at Climax of Night, you're like missing out. It's literally the funnest event that you can do for these games at all, unless you have your own local, like the Toronto locals. Is it not Toronto? I'm forgetting the name of fucking Zapoke's locals, which would not disturb me at all, but he's literally fucking advertised that shit so often that I am surprised that I actually forgot the name of Zapoke's locals. It doesn't matter though. Point is, unless you live in Zapoke State where they do a fuck ton of locals, you don't really got a lot of Melty Blood in-person events unless your local also runs MBAC. So yeah, Climax Ignite, really fun tournament. I really love the vibes of Climax Ignite. I love playing in Climax Ignite, so I just had to go, and I did. And let me look at this notepad of what I'm supposed to talk about in regards to Climax Ignite. First things first, the bracket. Oh, I forgot about this. Originally, one of the videos I was going to make on the lead up to Climax Ignite was a video about what my bracket path was and how I was feeling about my bracket path. For those of you who are not aware, I lost to my bracket path was as follows. I went versus a person I literally don't remember the name of. I don't think they were they were relatively new in the long scheme of things. I'm gonna mute it. Just okay. Brother, I'm trying to find game one. Okay. I don't even remember the character they play for day one of bracket. My bracket was on Friday as opposed to most people having their bracket on Saturday, which is cool. I actually like having the Friday brackets. It's nice having a day off in the middle. But anyway, my bracket path, I don't remember most of winners, to be frank. Although I do remember sending Clincy to losers. I think Clincy was my game to get out of pools, and I beat her. And then she got out of pools, I believe, beating someone else. But that was an unfortunate team kill in regards to Maryland gamers, you know. But yeah, so I beat Clincy. I beat like two other players that I don't remember, and I don't think they said anything to me that would make me know who they are. So I was kind of like, I don't remember. Anyway, my first big opponent was Deus. I am not super confident into F Whiteland anymore. I used to be, and I was like, oh, there's a good chance I probably need to like play this matchup versus Bell in order to not fucking explode at Climax. And I did not do that. I just forgot to get games versus Bell to D-Rush versus F Whiteland. Because like F Whiteland and C Whiteland are characters that you do need to like understand like what they do. I have a notepad of character matchup stuff that I have not been updating. So the F Whiteland and C Whiteland parts of that doc are blank, like most of the doc is. So I literally forgot what the hell F Whiteland was doing. And then I saw Deus was like kind of cooking in pools, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot how to beat this. And then we can actually pull up day one of pools, I believe. Actually, wait, I can't because I forgot which stream it was on. It does not matter. Anyway, point is, pools, I got 2-0'd by Deus. Although the games were close, I'm not going to sit here and be like, 2-0, but it was close though. Because there is a very funny situation that happened in both of the games in which, for those of you who aren't aware, F Whiteland has a reversal called Snowflake. It is notoriously bad, but the issue with Snowflake is that in order to beat it, you have to throw it. And in both situations, I hit 5C instead of throw. So people were like, oh, Omlog's trying to do something like super duper smart and command throw the Snowflake, which also works, which would have been the proper option, and it would have been a cool option, but that's not actually what I was trying to do. Actually, it was a misinput both times. For those of you who aren't aware, it's kind of weird if you aren't aware at this point, but I play on a reverse mix box. Pull it up right here. And my buttons are A, B, C, E. E is quick action and E is throw. But both times I was kind of nervous of being on stream. So instead of pressing 6E, my fingers would slip and I would hit 6C. So my 6C was not actually a command throw attempt. It was actually me choking and pressing the wrong button instead, trying to throw the Snowflake. Because I was like, oh, in bracket, I will just fucking mash throw versus it because that's more consistent. But because I'm a Hkohaku player and I'm specifically an H-Kkohaku player, I literally barely press the throw button. So that's a mistake that most other people would not have made, but I did make because again, I barely ever have to press throw fucking ever. So because of that, I lost Deus. I mean, there was also a little bit of H-Moon chicanery in which I lost all my meter at the start of round 2 because I won with a hit that put me into 200, which is like annoying, but I definitely could have played those games way better and not try to like fucking out reward Deus, who's a really consistent and strong player. But I was honestly, I'm not even that mad about my loss to Deus because they played good and I did not play that great, but I played okay. Like I wasn't playing awful or anything. It was just very clear that I had not played versus F Whiteland in a long while. So that's for that. Then there's the losers run on day 3. Again, day 2 was a break for me. In fact, on day 2, I took part on a couple of exhibs, the Thug exhibs versus Kashiuka and versus Koki. We're gonna look at those later. But for day 3, let's talk. Let's finish this set first before I play those. On day 3, my losers run, I do remember all the games I played in losers run really well. First things first was I played versus Johan. I don't remember if it's Johan or Johan. My bad. But they are a well-known former Alco player that became a Nero Hime player. So I played versus them a lot. So I actually was relatively confident into beating them. But like, of course, it is Nero and Nero and Hime. So I was like, okay, I gotta be very careful in this game and make sure I don't play like super sloppily or anything, or I don't like, oh, he's bad, he's gonna fall for this, because like Johan plays this game, right? He's in top 48 losers. He's not stupid. He's going to like play. I mean, top 48 losers where I was means that you almost got out of your fucking pool. So, and you got out of your pool and then you lost to losers. I'm pretty sure. So. Like I was taking it seriously, and then I beat Johan 2-0 versus his C-Nero, right? There isn't anything all that interesting about this set, so I'm just not even going to talk that much more about it. Next set was versus Branch, which was actually a surprise because Branch upset Chase. And I don't remember the score of their set, but anyway, Branch actually was able to upset Chase. So I was like, oh, that's relatively good for me because I am far more comfortable into dealing with F Maze than I am dealing with F Satsuki, especially versus Chase. Chase can just randomly turn up and then they will beat me. And I was like, oh fuck, if I have to face versus Chase here, I might just lose. And luckily for me, I didn't have to face versus Chase, and it was instead of Branch. Branch was a lot better than I remember them being, but I was still able to win because I had more Hkohaku neutral experience than like any other Hkohaku player in the States right now. So I was just able to like out Hkohaku them essentially and win that way. And after Branch was versus Scrot, which was kind of funny because literally the day before I was playing versus his C, like on day 1. No, it was day 2. On day 2, I got games versus Scrot. I was like, yo, I want to see the CV Scion, because anytime we play, you play with, not CV Scion, C Scion. Because anytime we play, I only get the CV Scion. I want to see the C Scion. And I won the CV Scion set 5-2 or something. And then he won the C Scion set 5-2. Like, so it was like, we both got taken. So it's kind of like that, which is funny. Oh, I wanted to play more, but there was more people that wanted to use the setup on day 2, and day 2 was also pool, so you know there was that. So game 1, Scott uses C Vision. I win relatively handily, and he goes back to character select to pick C Scion. C Scion, the game, bro. I'm so scared of Scott C Scion because he got those. Like, don't let that nigga think that he's retired. Don't let him trick you into believing he don't got those. He really does got those, and I was like super scared of my life because I was like, oh. Pretty much every confirm that he's able to do it, he's going to like cow loop me into a fuck ton of damage into sort of scary mix. Sort of scary being the key word here, and one of the reasons that matchup is not like bad or anything, because it's only sort of scary as opposed to super scary. But the point of the matter is still that game 2 went to Scrot, but it was literally last round, last hit, and if like the thing that sealed the game for him is that I actually played, like I jumped back in reaction to Scrot being Omega defensive and pressure, and then he resets with 4-2-1 B charge. I think I get counter hit. I'm pretty sure that move is air unblockable. I think I had to shield it on reaction, and I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I'll just press a button and smoke it on my way down. And that's what lost me the game. If I didn't get counter hit by it, I don't actually think he gets a full combo there. I probably might have been able to win that. And if I shielded it properly, like I just win that guaranteed. So there's just that. So last third, then it goes to game three, and it's literally last round, last hit again. But this time, I don't even remember fully what happened, but I just know that I won game three, and I got an upset over Scrot, which felt good. I'm not going to lie with you. I was like, especially because if I beat Scrot, I got a higher score than I got last Climax of Night. Last Climax of Night, the very first one I went to, Climax 6, I got 13th place. No, I got 17th place. I actually forgot. I remembered being top 24 or some shit. I don't remember. I was like, oh, I'm top 24. Damn, I played like ass. I was kind of mad because I didn't get top 8, but I was like, eventually I was like, yo, I had fun there. Who actually gives a shit about getting top 8 if you had fun the entire bracket? So I was like, oh, okay, right. Yeah, it's a fucking video game tournament. I'm supposed to have fun with people here. So it's like, oh. But beating Scrot and being able to go like, yo, I got a better score than I did last time did feel good. That was like my main goal this Climax of Night. I don't think I talked enough about how that was my main goal, but well, now you know it was my main goal of this Climax night. I ended up losing the next game to Zay because Zay, what Zay does is that Zay counterpicks me into he counterpicks into Hkohaku versus H-Kkohaku, and I'm considering if I want to remake the H-Kkohaku matchup tier list because there's a lot more thoughts I want to have about that character's matchups now compared to when I first made it. I'd have to double check what I said originally though. But point is, that matchup is horrible for H-Kkohaku, and Zay is really good at F-Akiha. So literally both games were like last hit timeouts, and Zay won both of them despite me being up in health because I kind of like choked the life lead away, and then Zay clutched out, which good on him for doing so. I mean, like I said, his F-Akio like consistently beats me, so I can't really complain about, I knew that was the thing that could happen. So I didn't feel like I played like super bad either. So I was like, oh, out of 13th, I went up from last year. We on the move. We're doing good, right? But there is something unfortunate about this final climax that I have not talked about yet. This would be a really good time to have the B-roll footage being my games versus these people on stream. Like me versus Scraw on a stream would be a pretty hype set, and it probably would have been on stream if not for the fact that Zay, the guy who knocked me out of losers, his controller was being a terrorist this entire event, and it kept holding up the stream setup. And because of that, my set versus Scott was probably decided to be cut, and my set versus Zay himself was also probably cut because of the fact that his controller kept exploding, which is unfortunate because that means I don't have any stream footage of my Climax of Night run. I don't think anyone recorded any of my games this year for any because normally like some people will bring their phone and they'll have like a phone setup thing and they'll record sets to make sure that we don't lose them. Most of my pools run was not streamed either because I was pretty highly seated, so I was expected to get it out of pools like really, really cleanly. Like the only pool set I had that was streamed was my games versus days, but I cannot be bothered to pull that up from whatever stream that it was on, either Funky P or Maxwell. I don't know which one. So that's just like an unfortunate part of this climax. I have far less stream games than I did the last climax, but it is just what it is. That's why you gotta stay in winners, kids. That way your games get streamed, so you can like look back on it fondly and see what the commentators thought about your movement and shit. And that way, if you want to hear some self-plays, you just stay in winners, kids. There's not much else to say. Like I wasn't a winner, so I didn't get my game streamed because Zay's controller explode, and losers games are ultimately unstreamable, if not unstreamable. They're very disposable in regards to like the stream economy. So it is what it is. Kind of unfortunate that I don't got them. I don't even know if the Melty Boxes replay folders are being publicly given to the are just out there. Like they were a last climax, and I assume they'll do the same for this climax, but I'm not 100% sure if we'll get those in the future. Like I'm not all that interested in doing a record of my run this climax because so much of it was unstreamed, and going through data like that is like super, like going through, trudging through thousands of replays to look for your pools games is really fucking annoying. So I'm probably just not going to do that this year in regards to my Climax recap video. I mean, this is the Climax recap video essentially, and I'm not doing it. So just so you guys know that it will probably never get like talked over. But that's it for the tournament. That's not all that happens at Climax of Night, right? There's also a bunch of hangouts and kumites and exhibitions during Climax of Night. So let's talk about them in chronological order. First things first, let's talk about the 6v6. The North versus South America 6v6 Slug exhibition. I played versus Cancerous, which was the South American narrow player. I won this 2-0, and I was kind of happy about it. Everyone was like, yo, Alma played fucking amazing here. And I was like, oh, that's so... But I actually showed this to my work friends, and one of them was like, yo, Alma, you know that actually anytime you win a game, you push up your glasses. I was like, oh, I forget that that's a habit I have. Like, there's two things I do after I win a game. It's either I adjust my box, wipe my hands like this, or I push up my glasses. And it's like, oops, I'm not trying to BM by pushing up my glasses or anything. It's just a bad habit I have. Anyway, the next thing that happened, like, also, wait, I actually almost forgot to show you guys this. As a reward for winning the exhibition, we got a free copy of the Beffin's art for the 6v6 like this, and we also got a personal version of our character. Like, so I got a picture of Hkohaku on the back for free. Line to me. Yippee. There's more to talk about, but it's mostly going to be I'm going to use it as B-roll footage as we talk about the rest of the exhibitions personally. So I think that's probably much better for the sake of the video. Okay, so next is the Koki exhibition. It was originally going to be everyone gets a first to 3 versus Koki, but there was literally 50 people in the room lining up to play versus Koki, who is a CR from Japan, for those of you who are not aware somehow. Don't know how you find a Multi-Blood channel, but don't know who Koki is, but you know, maybe you just don't keep up with the goats of Multi-Blood, right? So Koki is well known for his amazing combo video in regards to how to play CARC and how to do all the optimals for CARC, and they are like very consistent at CARC. So everyone got to play a game versus him. I lost my game versus him. I took a round, but it was the typical H-Man round where you win the round, but you end entering max or being in heat, and you're like, oh, round 2 starts, I have 0 meters, so that's not all that great, you know. So, and then after that there was a Kashyuka version versus his Hsiao-Ko, and I beat Kashyuka Hsiao-Ko, like, I can't remember, like 4-2 or 5-2 day 0, which was Thursday. I'm not really going to talk about what happened Thursday because most of it was just playing people in the lobby and getting a noise warning from the hotel staff who was sick of our shit being super loud. But yeah, it's just I actually recorded sets versus Moai, Akoki, Kashyuka, and a whole bunch of other players on day 0, and I'm probably going to go through those and actually upload them onto the channel eventually. They should be near the end of November, ideally, because I do need to find the tool that allows you to replay your to do the replays without you having to be at the thing and manually go through each and every single one of the replays, because that is such a hassle to do when it comes to replays. Next thing is, like, after the Kashyuka thing, I lost the game versus Kashyuka. I think I kind of just, like, kind of choked, but also Kashyuka was playing kind of hot. Because, again, he had played, like, what, 15 people before me? Like, the same thing with Hkohaku. We were originally going to do first to twos, but, again, 50 people in the room wanting to play this guy, who is the Hsiao-Ko GOAT. So, like, you know, we shortened it all to first to one. and I lost that too. So, oops. Then there was a after day 3 at like 11 p.m. Everyone is like, "Yo, we're going to do first to threes versus Ta, the winner of Climax of Night 7. If you want, sign your name on a sheet of paper to join." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll do that, and then I'll go to bed because I feel sort of sick and I gotta go to the airport at like 4 a.m. Right?" So I was like, "Oh, I'll do that." And then I got a game off of Todd, but I lost 3-1. Although it was a lot closer than my set that I did with him on day 1 or day 0. Like, Todd was playing super fucking crazy in regards to neutral. I mean, I kind of called it on day 0. Like, I was talking to Zay, and I was like, the guy who wins this tournament is either going to be Koki, Skeleton, or Zaw, or Ta. I didn't believe anyone else was going to get into grand finals outside of those 3. And, well, I actually believed it was either going to be Koki Skeleton Grand Finals or Skeleton Ta. I wasn't expecting Koki. I wasn't expecting Koki Ta, but I guess I was wrong. Ta won the whole thing, and I was like, Ta's actually kind of playing better than Koki at this event, bro. I was like, bro, people gotta watch out. Ta might smoke all of us and get the bag, and well, they did. And that's it for like all the exhibitions that happened at Climax of Night, right? So it's really fun event. But let's talk about hanging out with people. For those of you who are not aware, there was a very important photo that was taken on the final day of the event. My sore throat was starting to kick in on this day, but it was super important that we took a very important photo at Bobby's Burgers. For those of you who don't know, last Climax of Night, like Climax of Night 6, there was a burger place about a 10-minute walk from the venue called Bobby's Burgers. Not Bobby's Burgers, it was Cheeseburgers Bobby's. Yeah, that's the name of the place. So, Cheeseburger Bobby's had really good burger, and it was relatively close to the venue, so it kind of just became a tradition, despite the fact that I believe Climax 6 was the first time it was held at that venue. So it kind of became a tradition, and only one Climax that for dinner you go to Cheeseburger Bobby's. And at the last day, I was like, "Yo, every single one of us has to be at Bobby's." And then I was like, "You know, it would be really, really funny if we took a group photo of us all at Bobby's." And that's what this is. This is me in the corner wearing the same exact sweater. Don't worry, I watched it literally yesterday. Doing Cheeseburger Bobby. There's also, I kind of spoiled it already, but there was a IHOP photo. I probably should have named these tabs something different or remembered which tab was what. But anyway, there was on day 2 of the event on Saturday morning before the pools for everyone else, we went to IHOP. This is Ryder sitting right next to me. This is Alps. This is Gaku. This is Jin. This is Darko, and this is Zay at the corner. And we were eating IHOP. I literally had never eaten IHOP before this. Yeah, I don't remember eating IHOPs ever before this. So I literally ate IHOP breakfast on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday as a new experience. I was like, damn, I for those of you, I don't even know if there's IHOP in my state anywhere close to me. I need to double check this real quick because IHOP was over there at the venue was actually pretty good. I know some people do not like this particular IHOP from past Climax though, so maybe I just have low standards, which is probably true. Let me see where the closest IHOP is from me. Oh, there's actually an IHOP 20 minutes away from me. What the fuck? I was always of the impression that the closest IHOP to me was like 40 minutes away. No, there's like 3 in 20 minutes radiuses of me. Oops. Am I stupid? 5. There's 6 IHOPs within 25 minutes of me, bro. I am just stupid. I've literally never eaten an IHOP before though, before this event. So it was fun to go IHOP 3 separate times with a whole bunch of different people each time. Yes, it was. Man, it was funny. This at this IHOP breakfast specifically, we had a very interesting discussion about H Moon and H Moon Bunker. It's not important though. You don't need to, if you weren't there. What happened and what was said about H Moon Bunker at this event, will stay completely off the record for the rest of the time. It's not important. You don't need to know about what happened there. Here's the game versus Koki. While I talk about the next important thing. Although I didn't hear the commentary for this, but I'll hear it. I'll listen to the commentary what they said about my play about this shortly after. With that, that was pretty much all of the hangouts, right? Actually no, there was one very last hangout for the event, and it was the Melty 2v2 on day 3. Yeah, on like Sunday or whatever. So on Sunday, or 2v2 Melty, in which you pretty much got, it's pretty much KOF mode for Melty or whatever. I wasn't all that interested because I'm a Hkohaku merchant. I kind of sense using my Hkohaku powers that character is not going to be good in 2v2. So I didn't bother answering. But what I did instead was that I decided to record interviews from every single player that my original qualifications was top 25 but did not get top 8. And I decided to eventually expand it to literally anyone who fucking showed up. Who at least got out of pools, and I think I did 1 or 2 people who didn't get out of pools, and then I also did Nick and Ryder. So those are literally sitting on my laptop to be worked on in the near future. And when I do those, that will probably be tomorrow, where I edit them all together for a interesting video where you can see all the Melty Blood interviews that happened. And I think that's it for all the hangouts. So last thing we need to talk about in regards to Climax, and this is what, let me double check how long this video is. 40 minutes of me talking about Climax, and we're still not done talking about Climax. Also, I remembered getting around on Koki in this game. I guess I forgot. But again, this was like almost a week ago, so maybe that's why I forgot so hard. Let me see the Kashyyyka version. I lost this one too, but let me pull up the game here for just for reference. It was somewhere around here. I most definitely played a Kashyyyka. I need to find the game. But the last thing I wanted to talk about was the merch haul. I got a whole bunch of merch at this Climax of Night. The first time I went to Climax of Night, I did not get that much merch, and I deeply regret doing so. Did this stream cut out? I think it might have cut out before I hopped on. I think I was like the 10th person or something. Anyway, I lost this game too. I know for a fact that I did get a round versus Kashyyyka, but it was the average H-Moon round where you don't have meter for the next round because you end in max or some shit. But point is, it's not, I guess it's not all that important. Although I could have sworn it was on NPC's channel. But this is literally all the broadcast on NPC's channel, and it's not here. So guess it didn't. Guess the stream got interrupted or some shit. It is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, back to the skeleton VOD. Anyway, I've got a whole bunch of merch at Climax that I do want to show you guys. I accidentally splashed this picture earlier. I got a bunch of ZZZ keychain pins. Keychains, because I really like Zenless Zone Zero, and these are my favorite characters other than Orphe. Orphe's too new to get a keychain, but if I go to Frosty Faustings, I know it's too late for early reg, but I still might go. But if I do go for Frosty Faustings, and I'm going to see if anyone has any Orphe keychains, because really, like, of the keychains of the characters I don't have right now, the ones that I really want are like Orphe, Trigger, and like, I guess Wise and Bell. Orphe, Trigger, Wise, and Bell will probably be like my 4 pickup if I was to go to another major in the near future that had them. But I don't think Orphe and Trigger are going to get keychains. I think everyone fucking knows Miyabi and Ellen because those 2 characters probably sold the most of this game, and then Nicole is the starter A rank. I like Caesar, so, but Caesar was before 1.4, so people know her from back when Zenless was just starting, and yeah. And then I got two Danadan pins and then Hkohaku keychain as well. Not Hkohaku, Kokonoi, because that's who I play in Blaze Blue if I played that game super seriously. And whenever I do hop on Blaze Blue, that's who I play. Sadly, there was no M-Back Kohaku stickers, so I picked up Arc because I actually do like Arc. I like playing H-Arc, and I guess I can play C if you were to ask me really nicely. I don't like playing C though. Also, Beffin's art was just kind of godlike, and they were doing a sale for like what, 4 stickers for $20. So I just picked up. I'm playing C Scion now, so this Scion sticker is not complete cap, but yeah. So I picked up the Scion sticker, Arc sticker. Sasuke sticker was just a toss up. I didn't really know any of the other stickers Beffin was selling, so I was like, oh, I'll just get the Sasuke sticker and put it on my laptop. And then I picked the Narm sticker because I play Grand Blue, and yo, Narm is a character I have in Grand Blue. In fact, if I was to pull up Grand Blue right now, she's rated in Grand Blue totally for waifu purposes and not because she's a super broken character in Wind, who is why I ranked her totally for that. It's not like I use her. It's like she's not even at any of my teams anymore because I barely touch Wind. Lols. Well, I like Narm. I like Narm. I'm a simple guy. I like boobs. I mean, so I have her. She's ringed, I believe. Where is she? Where is she? Where's Grand Arm? Yeah, I have her ringed because I like doing damage. Although I don't even know if Wind uses her for burst that much anymore. I have Summer Galleon, and that's who I use for burst nowadays. So, oops. Rings that you can't do anything about. Anyway, these Climax of Night stickers were free when you got shirts, and I also got a Climax beanie as well. I have the shirt merch with me, and it's in this bag. Get me. I'm actually gonna show it to you. So there was this artist selling Arc shirts and Hkohaku shirts. So first things first, let's Arcuid shirt. I would have bought Scion because again I actually play Scion. Also, I think this shirt is it'll probably fit close enough. Anyway, I bought Arc shirt not really because like I play H-Arc, so it's not a complete lie. I don't like buying shirts of characters I don't play, so I had to at least like it was going to be Arc. But then that Scion shirt was Eltnum. I'm like 90% sure. If it was not Eltnum, I probably thought really hard about whether I wanted to get Arc shirt or a Scion short, but I'm pretty sure the reason I got Arc shirt was because it's Eltnum, and I don't play Uni like that, so I didn't want to wear a shirt that would cause people to be like, yo, you play Uni? Because someone actually was like, I have a bro, I literally forget her name for it, so it's because I play fucking Zenless, and Yukonami Yuzaha is like the name of the anomaly support. Riha, right? I have a Riha shirt from like I don't even fucking know where. I think Winty got it for me to support Climax of Night 6 or whatever. So I got that shirt and I was wearing it. I believe it was on campus when I was in college, and someone was like, yo, you play Uni too? And I was like, no, I actually play MBAC. I had this shirt because someone got it for me. It was so awkward. I was like, fuck. And from that story onwards, I decided I would literally never wear a shirt for a game I didn't play, or for a character I didn't play. And I say that, but I still got the outdoor shirt because I like boobs. I wanted to support Climax by buying a shirt, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a shirt regardless. And I just got the Alco one because it's the prettiest. And then I got a free hoodie because I got the shirt. I'm actually probably gonna wear this. I mean, it's still packed because it's fucking October. I mean, it's November now, I guess, but it's still not that cold outside. When it starts getting cold, I'll start wearing all this shit more often. I still need to unpack from Climax. There was one more shirt I bought, and it had Hisui and Hkohaku with a 9/11 joke on it. They actually sold out of that shirt, funnily enough. So I'm actually waiting for it in the mail. for the rest of my Climax spending, I think that's actually it. Although there's a little bit more merch that I got, but it's not Climax merch, it's Slay the Princess merch. And you're going to see the Slay the Princess merch when it arrives on Wednesday, because Wednesday is my birthday and it arrives on Wednesday somehow. So that's a nice coincidence, I suppose. But with that, I believe we are actually finally done talking about Climax of Night and all the things regarding it. It's been 45 minutes. But we're now to the part of the video that is of slightly more interest, I suppose, which is it's November now. What happens now? Climax of Night, the very final one, has just finished. So what's up with Melty Blood? Oops, that's not what I meant by what's up with Melty Blood. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about channel shit real quick. I was originally going to make a Gacha recap video. I know, it's a Melty Blood video. You guys don't like Gacha. Although, before I completely finished with Climax, I should say that I was originally going to do a video, like, right after I did all the interviews, I did a video where we did WUA account reviews at Climax of Night. I was like, yo, everybody with a WUA account, pull up. And I was going to record them. But you want to know the really unfortunate thing that happened to that video that really, really pissed me off? This, like, literally made me so mad when I came home. Like, it was Monday afternoon. I had just come back from Climax. I was getting ready to go to local. And then I double checked the footage I recorded for the Wuthering Waves Climax VOD review, and the game's not captured at all for like the whole 30 minutes. I don't know why it did this. I literally have used these settings to capture Wuthering Waves before, and it's never done this. And it, like, bro, I can't show this. This video is like dog shit now. I can't actually use that as a video. So that's it for Gacha shit at Climax. But for Gacha videos, I'll do the Gacha review for this month whenever. It's going to be late, though, because first things first, let's talk about Melty Blood again. That thing that most people come to this channel for. I have to make Melty Blood videos because I was not expecting this, but Climax of Night seems to have slightly rekindled Melty Blood's popularity online. For those of you who are relatively new to the scene, like I've been a part of the scene for 4 years at this point, typically right after a major, so right after Climax or right after Frosty this year, there's a normal downpour of people playing Melty Blood. Not downpour, it's drought. Literally the exact opposite word I was using. There's usually a drought of Melty Blood games for the first week or so after a major, as people are like, bro, Alps is like the funniest example of this. Alps has been saying he's going to retire after whatever X major for literally 2 years. So I literally have an in-joke at this point. Like anytime someone's like, oh, I'm about to retire, I'm like, oh, you're gonna pull the Alps. He literally says he's going to retire every single major, and it pisses me off because he says he'll retire, and then I play him online 2 weeks later, and he kicks my ass, and it's like, dude, sure, you're retired, whatever. But that didn't happen this Melty Blood. Not Melty Blood, this Climax. In fact, the opposite happened. We now have fucking tweets from people like Guile Winquote, who is semi, I guess, famous YouTuber, going like, yo, I saw Climax of Night and that shit was omega hype, so it got me to boot up training mode in Melty Blood and learn a combo for a top tier. And I was like, what the fuck? If Guile Winquote comes from my Melty Blood bread, how am I supposed to make money off of content? What the fuck? Let me pull up the tweet real quick. It was my actual response to seeing that tweet was like, what the fuck? This literally never happened before after bracket. Why is Melty Blood? And this is not like an exception or anything. Melty Blood has been on like a completely, like, it's been popping off on Twitter recently for better and for worse. There was a bait tweet earlier. I'm not going to show the bait tweet because that would be giving it engagement. I'm not even going to talk about what the bait tweet says, but there was a bait tweet that popped off earlier today, and it was like, man, we're making it in the Melty Blood community because we are getting bait tweets. Like, who the fuck cared about baiting us other than saying bathroom game beforehand? Like, you know, this is kind of crazy shit, you know? So with that said, I do need to take advantage of the fact that there's a lot more people looking at Melty Blood content right now than there will ever be, probably ever, unless Frosties pops off again, which is a real possibility, mind you, because again, the Climax tonight, Melty Blood Actress Again Current Code got more entrants than Lumina by like a lot, like almost double, I believe. And like Frosty, we also had like 200 entrants at Frosty's. I there's a real. I don't think I'm going to go to Frosty. I'm going to double check my finances and see if I really want to go. But if I don't, it's still going to be relatively huge. So like, yeah, Frosty's is going to be a big deal again. So who's to say that this doesn't happen again and we don't start to like modern day 3S this and this game becomes like legendary and we get lots of new players and shit. Like there's a real chance that happens in regards to this game. So I need to take advantage of the upswing in Melty Blood views for and people searching for Melty Blood content to, you know, at least make a couple of videos. Sorry about the there again, like I said at the very beginning of this video, I'm sort of sick. Still, after a whole week, whatever. So there will be a lot of Melty Blood videos at this channel, mostly at the start of the month for November. But for those of you who remember last year, you would know that something really special happens in 4 days. In November 5th is my birthday. And for those of you who are really, really Melty Blood OGs who have been watching this channel for a while, you would know that about 2 or 3 years ago, for my birthday, I was like, oh, this is going to be the week of Hkohaku, and I'm going to stream every single day. That never ended up happening. I streamed like 3 of the 7 days, which is, in my books, a success, I guess. And I did a whole bunch of H-Kkohaku VOD reviews and bullshit like that, and like videos and shit. Anyway, point is, like, I want to do something similar, but it's not going to be fucking streams or anything. It's likely going to be like, first things first, the very last tab that I've not talked about, the H-Kkohaku wiki has been like this for literally 4+ years. The only thing that I've changed is the move descriptions, which I'm not happy with anymore, so I plan on changing it again. So look, on November 5th at 12 p.m., this page will change forever. Look at me fucking advertising change to a character's wiki that no one plays. My throat. Anyway, I want to do the H-Kkohaku wiki as the main thing for this for H-Kkohaku Day. But there is a couple of other things I want to do as well. There are a couple of super cheeky videos that I plan on uploading at 12 p.m. on Wednesday. First things first is my 100 H-Kkohaku games you've never seen before, which is literally just going to be me going through my fucking recycling bin and see which videos I have not uploaded to this channel before, ever. Because it's a funny video title, but it's not really hard video to make. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos like that. You know, funny, interesting videos that could provide some use but aren't like super difficult to make, so I can pump them out all at like one time. You know, stuff like that. But like, you know, although I do want to make a couple of H-Kkohaku guides for the, but again, it's literally 4 days away, and I kind of actually forgot my birthday was this close right after Climax. This happened last year too, where I come back from Climax and I'm like, oh shit, my birthday is literally on the Wednesday after. What do I do now? So I don't think I did anything on this channel last year for my birthday, but I do want to upload something this year. So expect like the H-Kkohaku wiki Wednesday is like, that's the guaranteed thing. If I don't do anything else, it will be the H-Kkohaku wiki is like completely revamped. I promise you that for real, that the H-Kkohaku wiki will be completely usable on Wednesday at like 12. But anything else is like, it's probably going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, for other videos I want to make in November for Melty Blood related, I do need to talk about Replay Takeover. Replay Takeover has been a thing for months, but I never covered it because I was in a downswing with Melty. I was really mad at the game, and I didn't really feel the need to talk about Replay Takeover. Kind of regret doing so because now everybody know, like my videos on extended training mode got a lot of traction, and they were able to get a lot of people on extended training mode. A lot of people still don't know that we have Replay Takeover, so maybe it's my job, I guess, as the only multi-blood content creator to talk a lot more about Replay Takeover being a thing that exists. So expect that probably tomorrow, frankly. Tomorrow is Sunday. If I'm sick, I'm just gonna fucking stay at home and record this video with that dog shit nasally voice. I'm sorry, you can't stop me. But if I'm not super sick, I'll be forced to go to church, and then I'll just record this right after. Like, it's whatever. Don't worry, I do plan on making the video. And with that, what other multi-blood videos do I plan on making this month? I do have. There are some videos that I was supposed to make literally last month that never got made because I got super lazy. How to properly look at the screen is one of them. Let's see what this one is. No, this is the gacha omlog for September that never got finished. Oh, and I still owe Halo Hector that fucking anti-Satsuki guide. That's another thing on here that's still sitting around here that's not done. So let's work on what we actually fucking got done first. The look of the screen video and the Replay Takeover guide are what you should expect from me this month. And probably a H-Kkohaku video or 3 because it is my birth month and I do love talking about H-Kkohaku in November. But anything else is just going to be extra. So I think with that, that's almost everything I got to say in regards to Melty Blood in this month. Oops, I'm just gonna move this to the other screen because I do need to know when my mic is going to cut out in like 2 minutes. But with that in mind, I think that's everything. I guess I should end this video saying shout outs to Shinobi for making it so that he's like a big reason that I was able to ever say that I went to my first major last year, and now I've gone to my third major now. Like, I guess I'm growing as a multi-blood gamer, I suppose. It's kind of crazy to say that, like, I was an online warrior for like 3 years, and then I go to my first major literally last year and I get 17th, which is like not a bad placement by any means. And then I go to my second major and get second, and like, holy fucking shit, I've gone so far in this game over such a short period, relatively short period of time. And it's one of those things that every time I think back and I look back at it, I'm like, holy shit, I've changed a fucking lot these last 4 years of playing Melty Blood. So long live the night, I guess. I mean, for those of you who aren't aware, Climax is officially supposedly going to be run by, not supposedly, we know for a fact it's going to be run by Datagram. It's just not going to take place in that hotel, I believe. Not anywhere in the near future. And next year, we're doing a combo breaker / Climax of Night. So Melty Blood actually in current code is going to be a main game at combo breaker, which is insane. But also, we do have to recognize that combo breaker is Memorial Day weekend, so that is kind of oof if you're like me and you're not made out of money. So it's going to be a little hard to make it to both. And one of the reasons I didn't want to go to Frosty's that much this year is because I don't really like Climax into Frosty. It's too close to each other, is my personal opinion. But that into like this Climax into Frosty into Combo Breaker 4 months later, like that's a fuck ton of tournaments for MBAC of all games. So it's like, long live the night, and Melty Blood it's not dying anymore. Just in time. Okay, so what was I saying? Right, I'll just say that whole last sentence again because it probably got cut off. Long live the night, and it's Melty Blood's not going anywhere. So all you guys, a whole fuck ton of you, literally this year. I remember when I was smoking, y'all, like literally no effort. I could like look at like I was like listening to Gashi videos on the other side on my good monitor, and then I would smoke a lot of PU, and now a lot of you are real. I have to like bracket like branch in. A fuck ton of you started within the last what 2 years, and now you're all serious gamers, and it's like, man, Melty Blood the community has grown, and it really, really surprises me when people are like, "Yo, your videos inspire me," or your videos have taught me. Because like these videos was literally just me being like, JG told me some shit, and I just want to say it out loud for people because JG's not around anymore, so I might as well say what he said so that we all know it for the future, I guess. But it's kind of crazy that that's how it started, and this is what it is now. And like NPC was like, "Oh, your videos inspired me to TO," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know my videos did anything of actual fucking use on this planet. Like that's news to me. So thank you guys for watching my Multi Blood Ashes Again current code. I'm very sorry that I will continue to be annoying about H-Kkohaku for the year or so to come. But yeah, long live the night, and see you guys in my next Multi Blood video. Probably on the 5th, maybe tomorrow. Not probably on the 5th. There's going to be one tomorrow. I'm literally going to make a replay takeover video tomorrow. But whatever. Next time I make a Multi Blood video, see you guys. Oh man, this is like crazy. Like, when did I become our sole content creator? Like, who decided that the down player should do that? Whatever. See you guys next time.